We are now recording. Hooray.
Yay.
This is an outside vlog. It's lovely to see everybody. We have been in a conversation with one of our clients about the ideas of values as inquiry. So developing values for an entire global system and organization, not as a form of compliance, but a way of identifying some of the key questions and considerations they need to be in as they go about their kind of day-to-day business. And the document we pulled together started out with a quote from none other than the infamous, indomitable, and outrageously charismatic Tuesday Ryan-Hart. And
That tracks.
yeah, that's right. And here's what the quote says, and then I'll pass it over to you, Choose.
Okay.
Complex work focuses on complex issues because they cannot be addressed by any one person or organization alone. Complex issues resist answers because they are made up of smaller, intertwined problems. They span different systems and they exist in ever-changing environments. So it makes sense that asking questions rather than focusing on answers is a better approach to working on these issues. And that's literally how we started it out, with a quote from our Choose.
Nice. Great. I don't remember saying that, but I still believe it.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that works.
it's true.
I think so. What I would say about that is, and especially in complex environments or in environments where there feel like there are lots of things happening, lots of causes that even can't be nailed down. What we tend to want to do is nail things down, right? We want to give answers. Like, what are the answers we need in this situation? And so honestly, I think, this is a backbone of our work. Instead, we need to think about what are the right inquiries, or what are some of the inquiries, because there are probably multiple, but what are some of the inquiries we can be in here to actually make progress, not to nail something down and to stop the complexity, which I think is what we hope will happen when we nail things down. We'll get to simplicity, but actually to stay with the complexity. What are the right questions for us to be exploring together? And so that goes right along with this values inquiry we're in with a particular client right now.
Yeah, and it's interesting because they were talking about like that the organization has moved in many ways from being pretty centered around one nationality to now being a global organization, moving from like a pretty homogenous workforce to an increasingly diverse workforce, right? And that actually the assumption that we're all on the same page just isn't true anymore. It's just not true. So they needed, values that could begin to unearth nuance, right, and provoke consideration. They're almost like these are the questions that we must be in if we want to continue to advance our work and pursue the broader mission, And so it's been exciting to think that like the simplicity or the comfort of answers, as you just identified, chooses, it's just not appropriate in an increasingly complex world or in our increasingly complex organization. We've got that great little cartoon we show sometimes, right, where there's this doctor checking on a cat and he's like, oh, sorry, it's curiosity, and I might have it, I think I managed to pull it up. So like, there it is, right?
Oh,
Sorry,
nice.
curiosity. And so that's literally what we're trying to, and so much of our work is like, we have to be curious, we have to be discovering, but actually when the values of an organization, how we choose to behave in pursuit of our mission, in pursuit of our purpose is a vision, is rooted in inquiry. It seems to really change the game for people.
It does. And I have two kind of things that are coming up for me as you were talking, Tim. One is there's a sense of, oh my gosh, we're in crisis right now, facing budget cuts, COVID. We don't even know, we don't know what next year will be. And so why slow down for values? One is that this is the time, right? So because how we work with this is just as important as what we do, right? Also because what we do will change a million times, right? We've already seen that this year, like our business model, our way of working. So the kind of how we work is incredibly important, but also the idea that maybe even sometimes what are those ways of enacting our values will change as well. And so it's like, don't even get too fixed on those values themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not, it's like
Right.
really like one could, well, I mean, I could make the case, right? You don't know what you're gonna do, so how you're gonna do it. The values are incredibly important. I agree with that. And I would say, even don't get too fixed on those. The question is, how do we enact those values? And how do we enact those values now? And how do we enact those values now with a rapidly changing context? What we need is not even a value that is set in stone, but what we really need is like, how does it enact? How does it enact? How does it enact as the environment changes?
I love it. Agreed. So that's it, man. We're moving from compliance to curiosity. Seems to be the only way to build organizations and systems that are adaptive to the complexity and kind of rapidity of the change that's surrounding and kind of swallowing us all up. So we've got to find a way to ride with it. We hope this has been helpful.
And more indomitable quotes some other time.
Indeed. Long may the indomitability of Tuesday's quoting remain.
Yes.
Take care, folks. Bye.
Bye.